I think what investors need to do is calm down. Just like they tell us how to handle this, it's calm down, relax, step back and look at your business. This is a great opportunity to look at your business. And maybe some of the qualifying questions are, do I have the right tenant in place? Is this someone that I like working with and want to continue working with? We'll just work on it on a very, very macro level. But say you have a specific tenant that's an issue and you want to sit down and evaluate, is this somebody that I want to be with long term? Then the opportunity is there to work with them, whether it's taking that rent that they are in arrears and spreading it out over time, however you work that out, and make it work. Or if it's somebody you would rather not have go long term, I'm not saying not to work with them on a shorter term, with the idea that once we're out of this, you can't do anything while we're in the heat of battle, but maybe on the other side, it's start planning for moving them onto another property, getting them out, and repositioning your property and finding the right tenant. Again, it's the habit of the industry. Most people look for the deal, they look for the property, and then I will find a tenant to put in it. I've always engineered my business. I want to take who's my target market, what do they want, and then fill that need. So it's a different perspective on the business, but in times like this, it pays huge dividends. For example, most of the properties I'm involved in on the residential level are focused on the medical field. And it's just something we fell into 15 years ago, and have just stayed with it because a lot of our business is directed off of the referral business. So people who work together then refer people who they work with. So it's understanding your business. Now, let's roll the clock back a month ago. If someone was renting to pilots and flight attendants and airport workers for the airline industry, they would be doing very well because steady work, good pay. Today, all those people are out of work. Hotel and restaurant business, and both of you have been to Cleveland and know that it's a pretty robust industry. I don't know if you guys have Top Golf, but we had a place open up in the city where I live in Independence, and it's centered. It's based on golf, but really it's a food and beverage outlet is really what it is. It's a mid to upper line food and beverage outlet. Well, when they opened, they hired 500 food, beverage, and hospitality workers on an out of an already stressed industry in Northeast Ohio. So people who were in, 2-3 weeks ago that were in the food service and hospitality industry were doing very well. You, as a landlord, you would have been in a good position having those people because they made good money and they were constantly working. However, those people in that industry, we talk about people living paycheck to paycheck. I know from exposure to that industry that many of those people, while they're good workers and they make good money, they're shift to shift, not even paycheck to paycheck, because a lot of their money comes in the way of tips, some of which is in cash, and they're living shift to shift. So they're feeling this in a horrible way. Some of those people probably are desperate for basic needs, food, gasoline, and things like that.